if you're joining us on YouTube. And we will just get everybody in and get going. So, ready, David?
Absolutely.
Okay. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to start again. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Teaching Live Week 9. Just one more to go after this week. And you will notice that yet again, we are one man down. How's Pi, David?
Yeah, we've got a soldier down, unfortunately, still. Pi's okay. A bit of a setback. I had to get back into hospital to have things checked over, but he's all okay. Back home, on the road to recovery. And with things like hip replacements, John, they get you out of bed very, very quickly within like 2 days of having that new bone put into your body, which is bizarre thought, isn't it? They get you up, they get you moving, they give you exercises to do. So he's busy doing what we would call rehabilitation, where he is, getting everything going and moving, building his strength back up. So he's going to be busy doing that this week, and you never know, might be available, might be with us next week. We don't know yet, but he is fighting fit and getting there, I would say.
Well, he's under a strict no work order from the doctors at the moment, so that's why he's which he will find very frustrating knowing Pi.
Yes.
So we better get on with the morning session. What are we up to this morning? Let me just we'll pull up the teacher notes for the game, and I'll share that with everybody so we can see what we're doing.
I think it's all around persuasion today, John.
Yeah.
A bit of a move away from the story because we've obviously finished our stories and people have done their final chapters. So we're now moving on to a couple of sessions on persuasion. I always liked that. I always thought I was quite good at it because I had a lot of practice with my parents, John, persuading persuading things. Wanting to stay up later, wanting a bit more custard on my pudding, or whatever it might be, a slightly bigger slice of the cake, or to stay out a bit later at night, in the evening when the lights when it was getting a bit lighter. So yeah, I thought I was pretty good. I expect my parents probably could see straight through it, I think.
Yes. Well, we'll see how good you are now, David.
Oh dear.
Because the game we're going to play this morning is the persuasion game. Have we got a bit of audio from Pi to explain it?
We have indeed. Well, I'll play this. This should work fine. We've got a lot of audios this morning to play from Pi like we did last week. So this explains the game and a little welcome from Pi as well. So here we go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to session 9. Sorry I can't be with you. Hopefully we'll be there next week. And we're now going to do something completely and utterly different. We're going to invent some spy gadgets today and persuade people, spies especially, to make sure that they purchase the gadgets that we've invented. But first of all, just to tune ourselves in, we're going to play a little game, and in the game we're going to try and persuade in pairs. I've given a list of different things. So first of all, you have 1 minute. Partner A has got 1 minute to persuade partner B, who is a snowman, to come into the kitchen and sit by the nice warm fire. I mean, you swap roles after a minute. John will let us know. And then partner B will try and persuade partner A, who is a dragon, to share its treasure. And the other ideas are a rabbit to have tea with a fox, a fly to make friends with a spider, a giant's harp to come quietly, persuade Cinderella not to go to the ball, persuade the ugly sisters to let Cinderella to go to the ball, and a parent to let you play out later, the teacher to let you stop work early one day. So it's over to John and David to have a go to demonstrate you're trying to persuade your partner to do something.
Right.
There we go.
So I'll start then, David. I'll tell you which one to do. I think 1 minute's a bit long, so I think we'll say 30 seconds. Okay, so we'll see how we do. And I'll just set my timer off so I can tell you exactly when the 30 seconds is. And we'll see how that works out. So I'm going to say to you, right, I'm your teacher, and you've got to persuade me to let you stop work early. You said before at the start of the session how good you were at persuading teachers and parents. So let's see what you've got. Go on.
Okay, Mr. Sutton, I've got a proposition for you. You might not like the sound of this to start with, but it's covered in gold towards the end, so listen carefully. What I want to do is, I know we're supposed to finish at 10:30 today, but what I'd like to do is finish it at 10:15, 15 minutes early. Now, the reason I want to do this is really good because there is a charity football match at playtime that we're going to be playing. We normally play football at playtime. I know you know that, but this is a charity one where we're going to be raising money for the teachers' Christmas ball for Christmas 2025. And we know how hard you guys work as teachers, and we as children want to help and support your mental well-being by bringing something special to your Christmas ball, like a chocolate fountain, with marshmallows, something really special, or maybe some head massages, or possibly even some car clean. Where students would come and clean your cars for you whilst you're enjoying yourselves. So what we want to do is make sure we do something really special for you, but we just need an extra 15 minutes to raise the money and come up with some ideas to help you, to help the children develop a scheme that's going to help this and help you in the long run, and your colleagues and your friends to have the best Christmas possible.
Well, that was what 1 3/4 minutes there, David. 1 minute 45 seconds of persuasion. So obviously
Okay,
you are very excuse me. You are very good at this persuasion.
I tried to pull on the heart.
You did.
I tried to pull on the heartstrings a little bit.
Yeah.
And really make it beneficial.
As your teacher, it's not working. Go on then.
Oh.
Hit me with it.
I'm going to go with. I think I'm a rabbit. My biggest fear in life. I've been brought up. My parents told me this as when I was a young rabbit. I don't really call her a young rabbit actually. But when I was a little young rabbit, they've always told me stories about foxes and how mean and horrible they are, and how you got to look out for them. You got to the sound of their cries, and if you hear them, you've got to be either still or you got to get somewhere safe. So the thought of me having tea with a fox is well, at the minute, John, it's not going to happen. So I'd like you to have a bit of time to try and convince me how on earth I can go against all my instincts and actually sit down and have tea with a fox. Impossible.
Well, I'm Mr. Fox, and I have to say, I love rabbits. Rabbits are my biggest friends, and I would be delighted for more rabbits to come to tea. When you come to tea to my den, I have all kinds of delicious treats that rabbits love. I have like carrots, and I have sweet corn and lettuce, all those favorite rabbit treats that rabbits love. I'm also really, really good at entertainment. I have a big multi-screen cinema system with fantastic audio, and I play all kinds of movies that rabbits like. We stay away from Watership Down, and we stay away from other films that tend to frighten rabbits. We just play really nice films. We have a lovely tea, and you'll have a great time if you come to my house.
I don't know, John. I mean, you paint a good picture, but it sounds like you're luring into me just to gobble me up, I think. But yeah, you've painted a good picture. I quite like the cinema. Sounds good. The food, definitely. I think that's really tickling the taste buds. Nibbling a bit of sweet corn sounds good, but then I've got a picture of you in the corner rubbing a knife and fork together, putting your serviette around your neck, ready to pounce.
No, not that. The thought never crossed my mind. Right, we'll do one more. And I will choose a dragon to share its treasure.
Now, so you are the dragon,
I'm the dragon. I'm
and
sitting on a vast hoard of treasure, and you are presumably a hobbit or some such dragon treasure hunting creature. And I really, really, really am not going to share my treasure.
okay, right. So come along. Found the treasure, but you're sat on it, and you want it. Okay, so Mr. Dragon, you are looking handsome today. Really, really good. What I would like to do is I'm just going to make a suggestion because what I've decided to do is I have a dragon treasure buyer who's just in over there. He was a bit shy, didn't want to come to you, but he has gold beyond your belief. And he's looking for specific dragon treasure, and they're worth a lot to him, a lot more to him than it is to anyone else. And what I'm going to suggest to you is, if you come with me with this treasure, I'm not going to get you to sell it or to share it yet. I just want you to go and have a quick word with him with me and listen to what he's got to say and he'll show you things that he can give you for the treasure. He's got fire extinguishers, which I know is really good for your houses because accidentally sometimes when you sneeze, you can have accidents in the house. So he's got fire extinguishers. He's got a full set of claw sharpeners, and I know these are really rare in Dragon World, but you know what they're like when you're flying and you're skidding, you blunt your claws. These make your claws really sharp. So he's got a set of these. But it's also the kind of the pinnacle of what he's got is ice tea. And I know your favorite thing after you've had coughs and you've had infections and throat sores from the fire, iced tea is the perfect thing that you actually go looking for. And he's got gallons and gallons and gallons of it. So what I would like to do is just take you over and have a word with him. He'll show you the stuff. You can say no if you want to, and it's still yours. But what I would like to do is just show you the things that you could exchange for this treasure that you've got underneath your feet there.
Oh, very good. I'm almost persuaded on that one. That's good. So we will now we'll just go quiet. So as soon as you run out of ideas, swap over. So pick one, start it off. When you run out of sentences, just swap over, and we'll give you 4 minutes to persuade each other. Just pick one and persuade and see how we get on. So 4 minutes on the clock, starting now. Right, that's 4 minutes up. So we're going to go straight on to the Padlet for today, Padlet activity number 1. Now, the thing I thought you were really good at there, David, was flattery. Telling the dragon how handsome he was and things like that.
I needed all the help I could get with that one, John.
Yes, yes. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look at, you've got to come up with a gadget that you, as a spy, you will need, you absolutely must have in your collection of spy gadgets. So let's have a listen to Pi's audio for this one.
And on to the first Padlet now. And we've got 2 examples. You can see here, most of the writing is in red, some of it is in blue. The blue bits are the ones that you're going to be using. And notice that after the words if so, there is a comma. The rest of the red, of course, you can invent yourselves. Are you about to embark on your first mission as a spy? If so, you will need the multifunction mobile phone. Don't be the only spy on the block left wondering how to phone home. Have you ever been captured while spying? Do you run the risk of your enemies finding you out? Are you a spy in need of a helping hand? If so, buy this multi-purpose spy keyring and all your troubles will be left behind. First thing you're going to do is think carefully about what your spy gadget might be. Take something ordinary, like a toothbrush or a mobile phone or a tie or a ring or an ice cream or a pair of glasses. So take something, or a shoe, take something ordinary, and then you've got to try and sell it because actually it has very, very special properties. Your sentences have to start with, are you? If so, don't be. Have you? Do you? Are you? And if so. So some of these are going to be rhetorical questions and some of them are going to be statements. Over to you.
Right, so that's an interesting one. So if we look at what we've got here, we've got 2 separate paragraphs about different gadgets. And you, first of all, what you have to do, imagine you are the advertising company and you are trying to sell the gadget that you've made to a spy. Okay, so that's the first thing. You're the advertising agency and you're selling your gadget to the spy. And in order to do that, you need to persuade them that the gadget you've got is the best gadget that's been made, and you're going to be you in order not to be left out, in order not to fail as a spy, you absolutely must have this gadget. So you can see all these sentence starters in blue. Are you? That's a rhetorical question. If so, don't be the only spy left on the block. Have you? Do you? Are you? And if so, again, you don't have to do them in that order. You can mix and match, but you've got to come up with a little persuasive paragraph trying to sell your gadget to spies. So we'll open the Padlet and see how we get on. Bit different, this one, to what we've been doing of late. Obviously, we've been doing pure creative writing. Here we want to do some persuasive writing. So we'll give you a couple of minutes to sort of get yourselves warmed up and see what we come up with. And of course, don't forget all the basic punctuation requirements. So Uche from Scott Forth, are you a spy? Well, if so, you will need to equip the X-Pack 5000. This jetpack will allow you to fly up those pesky walls. Don't be the only spy in Spyville without one. Great stuff, Uche. There's a couple of things in here. You need to read it through and figure out where you have split your paragraph up into separate sentences. So you need a couple of full stops in there. And as a result, you'll need a couple of capital letters to start new sentences. So have a read through that and see if you can edit it and get your sentences in order. But a great start. Well done, Uche.
There's quite a few coming through, John. Children, you do check if you've written a rhetorical question, it will need a question mark. I've got 5 or 6 coming through here out of possibly 7 or 8 that don't have punctuation. So do have a look for that.
Molly from Dell, are you ready to be the best spy ever? Good, you got your question mark in. If so, you need to purchase the 5 different setting ring. You can't be the only spy not to have one. Yeah, that's really good. I like you can't be the only spy. That suggests that if you don't have one, you're going to be left out. Tilly from Scotforth, are you a spy? Are you tired of being found? Do you need a way to protect yourself? Good series of rhetorical questions there. If so, you need this lipstick taser. Give it a product name. So lipstick taser 10,000 or something like that. Or the lipstick taser Mark 1, or try and give it a fancy product name. No one will even know. Buy today and get 50% off. Yeah, good offer there. Hannah from Scotforth, are you in need of a way of communicating with your boss? Do you need something to escape from your enemies? Obviously. Then you need the multi-purpose mega spy car keys. To get your high-tech car straight to you in a matter of maximum of 5 seconds. Don't be the only spy around without one. So that's the fear of missing out, or FOMO, as it's sometimes called. Ewan from Dell, have a look at your punctuation. You've missed a question mark out and a couple of full stops. William from Scotforth, are you a spy? Well, if you are, you need to equip the new phasing machine 5000. We have when you have a product name, it needs capital letters because it's a proper noun. So you need to equip the new phasing machine 5000. We have nearly sold 500 of them to people in Spy City already. Now you need to tell me what's so good about the phasing machine 5000, William, in order to persuade me. I like this idea, Riley from Scotforth. Have you ever been caught while spying? Then buy the gadget of everything. It has everything a spy needs combined into one big gadget. It can make you invisible, fly, and all that other spy stuff. There's no bad reviews. Don't be the only spy without one. Just missed a capital letter there, Riley, but I like that. That's very good. Lily from Bolton Parish. Are you a spy? If so, you will need the backward glasses 2000. They prevent you from being attacked because you can see who is behind you. You need one. Yep, like that, Lily. Very persuasive. Again, you need to capitalize backward glasses 2000 because it's a proper noun. Mega and Caden from Long Parish. Mega Drone 1000 again needs capital letters. Ella from Dell, are you about to go on a secret mission? If so, you will need my special pair of shoes. You need a full stop there. Ella, they can make you walk on the ceiling. Don't be the lame spy, so buy now. I like that one. A couple of bits to sort out with your punctuation. Jasmine from Lancaster Road. Are you a spy? If so, why don't you have a super watch? It can make calls. It can make you invisible. It can shoot lasers at your enemies. I wonder if you might use semicolons rather than commas there, Jasmine. Don't be the uncool spy and hurry up and purchase it. Buy one, get one free, only for today. Don't miss out. Yeah, this is where you can get away with using capital letters. Right, we've got loads coming through, but we have...
I've got one more I want to mention, John, just from Mason at Scotforth. I just like the style of this one. Have you ever found yourself in the midst of a fight with a dangerous villain and need a quick escape? If so, come on down and collect the Watcho T800. It's disguised as a normal watch, but can do even more. Limited time, 2 for the price of 1.
Yep,
I like it.
One, Mason. That's really good. You have a future in advertising.
Some really good ideas coming through, John. I've probably only approved 40% of them at this point, but I will go through the session and get them all done by the end.
Yeah, I'm going to finish with Blair from Fingen. Are you a top secret spy needing a gadget? Well, come try the Spyster 2000. I really like that product name, which can morph into jetpacks or secret laser guns. If you don't have one of these, you can't be a real spy. Yeah, good. I like that one. Blair, really good. So we'll come out of the Padlet. A couple of things there. A lot of people spelling buy. When you buy something, it's B-U-Y instead of the song by so-and-so. That's B-Y. Or I stood by the wall. That's B-Y. But when you buy something, it's B-U-Y. The other thing that a lot of people did, they didn't use capital letters for their gadget because that the gadget name is a product and it's a proper noun. That's another point. And apart from that, just general checking of your sentencing to make sure that all your full stops and capital letters are in the right places. Right, we will have a quick visit to the audio and we'll go. We had a few from. Oh, looks as though it's. Have I gone to the right audio here, David? It's not showing me this week's for some weird reason. Have you?
Let me just have a quick look.
Have you
I've not changed anything. Let's look at the showcase. I've still got Bilal's there, top right, top left.
No, I haven't. It's really weird. So, do you want to play it from yours, rather than mine? Because I haven't got the latest
Okay, see
audio.
if it. Yeah, just give me a thumbs up if you can hear it.
Yeah.
So what I've got is Bilal's final chapter called "A Cold Goodbye," which I quite like that title as well. Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear it, John. I shall play it now.
Can't hear it.
Okay.
What I'll do is I'll just try and see if I can sort my. What I wonder why I'm not seeing the.
Well, I can do it. I can do it from my other computer here. If you give me 5 seconds, I can play it up to the mic. Here we go. All right. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear this one.
The following morning, thunder hit the vast fields of the countryside. It destroyed the fields, obliterated the moors, and worst of all, Billy couldn't find Joseph or Rafe. Sarah perched near the window, watching the weary weather falling as fast as the speed of light rays. She knew that they couldn't give up, and so did Billy, so they put on their jackets, boots, and hats, and they went out into the cold. Billy and Sarah acted quickly. They ran all around the countryside, hoping to find Joseph. Billy noticed a church nearby and went to pray. No matter what, he wouldn't give up. Outside, the rain poured like there was no tomorrow. It slithered down his body smoothly as silk. It dripped from his rose-red cheeks and drenched him like he was having a bath. Even that wouldn't stop him. He knocked on nearly everyone's door, Mrs. Green's door, his neighbor's door, and even the whole king-size neighborhood that he lived in. But everyone gave him the same answer. You are crazy. Phoenixes aren't real, and who is Joseph? Soon he sat on a bench feeling like a failure. All hope was gone until he heard a large roar. He recognized it immediately and ran into the Forest of Wonders. For some time he didn't feel like a failure. He had found courage and luck was coming back alive. As he ran through the forest, he saw Joseph sitting, stroking Rave's cotton-like fur. Billy walked towards him with a smile. He chuckled lightly, feeling Rave's silky fur. He's my friend now, Joseph uttered lightly. But that was about 75 years ago. Joseph went to war and came back happily. Rave stayed with Billy and Sarah until he was old enough to go out in the wild. When Billy and Sarah passed away, Rave went out into the wild. Rave had went on many adventures and found many new friends. Rave lived happily, always remembering Billy and Sarah.
Yeah, that's
what I like about that, John.
Go on.
Is that they've used Pye's model really well in terms of the framing of how that was ending and that time jump. I think that worked really well.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was going to pick out. Well done, Bill. I really like that. He really did use Pye's model to structure the story and to round his story off really, really well. If you want to, one of the things you can do is you can go onto your school's tag, find all 4 of your chapters and copy and paste them into a single post. You might then want to read through and just do some final editing, but you can post on the blog challenge, as well as doing your normal blog challenge work. You could, if you wanted to, put all 4 of your chapters together and post them as a single post. So you've got all your story in one place. We've done that in years gone by, and it's a good opportunity to go through all 4 chapters, read through and make sure they all fit together, do any final editing that you want in order to present your story. You can also then do things like turn it into a book and things like that. So it's great, good thing to do if you can do it. Right, on to Padlet number 2. Right, so we've got loads and loads of language here that we're going to be using on the Padlet. So what does Pye have to say about Padlet 2?
Okay, here we go with Pi.
Padlet 2, and I've provided here some great starters that you might want to try out for your adverts. But also I've given on the right-hand side a list of language that you might need. Very, very positive, persuasive language, the most amazing, fabulous, it's a wonderful, extraordinary, powerful, most effective, superb, it's cheap and cool, etc. And you've got all on the left, you've got all those sentence starters there that will enable you to write your very own sentences that could be useful when you come to write about your particular gadget. It's over to you.
Okay, so this is quite similar to what we were doing in the last one, but let's see if we can get some of this persuasive vocabulary in. So the Mega Mug 3000, the most powerful modern mug to sit on your kitchen shelf. Updated to include the latest features that are and so on.
I think, John, with this one now, they've thought about they know the name of their gadget. Okay,
Yes.
You know the name of your gadget now. You know they need capital letters. Okay, you've had a play with it. Now we've got some more guidance. We can really take this on now a little bit. We don't have to waste a bit of time at the beginning thinking of those things, do they, John? We can get cracking on and straight into it.
Okay, let's have a look at these words. Let's see if we can include some of this language, some of these sentence starters. Everybody agrees, everyone knows that, everyone agrees that. Invaluable for comes complete with. So let's see what we come up with on Padlet number 2. What was that, David? Brains are churning over this one. Molly from Dell, the new version of the 5-setting ring is an ultra updated version. Just imagine having the best spy item ever. So great, Molly. Your 5-setting ring is your product name, so that needs to be capitalized. And it's an ultra updated version. And what does that mean? What does it include? What are its amazing features? You need to include those in order to persuade me that I have to have that gadget. Is it the new version or is it the very latest version? So you've got to make it sound as if it's really up to date. A key reason for buying our spy glasses is that it is a game changer. Just in minutes, you could find out their date of birth, where they live, and other important things. It's the best in town. So you want to reread that, Alicia, because you've got a couple of sentences in there that need capital letters and full stops. See if you can spot them. A key reason for buying our spy glasses is that it is a game changer. Just in minutes, you could have, so at least one other sentence. Taylor from Lancaster Road. The sword is the most amazing in the world. Professionals use this and they give it a 5-star rating. Is you, but this is your life will change. Nobody will want to steal your bag. Right, Taylor, you need to reread that. You need to there's a couple of bits where it doesn't quite make sense. You need to give your sword a product name. And don't forget, still loads of people not capitalizing the tracking machine 300B. Great product name, needs capital letters, Natalie. The Goob Grabber 300. We're getting a bit carried away, some people, with their language and not looking at the punctuation. Ben from Lancaster Road. Just imagine a world where your country rules the skies. Imagine a 6th-generation fighter, the most technologically advanced on the planet. Lasers coming from the unknown flying object. That is what the BAE Systems Tempest is going to be. Its radar will be the best ever made. Buy now for your country, for your skies, security and protection. BAE Systems Tempest on offer for £655 million. Yeah, that's great stuff, Ben. Just have a quick read through. Just check you're happy with all the punctuation there. That's a really good one. I like the fact you've taken it to a stage further. So actually buying an aircraft. The multi-purpose mega spy skis, all capitalized. Well done, Hannah, because that's your product, are the most amazing spy gadgets ever. Are you running away from your arch rival and need an escape vehicle? Pop to Home Bargains, like that, for 75% off with extra kitchen knives and lipstick holders. I think you need a full stop there. This is the latest edition ever. Blinds your enemies and cuts through bonds like they are air. Well, what are you waiting for? Get one now. Very good.
Nice.
I like that
So
one.
I don't know if you can see Amelia's there, John, just on the bottom right of your screen. I love the way she's got. It says there cannot be no doubt. You need to look at that again, but it says there can be no doubt that the gadget of magic, and see the little trademark sign.
Yeah.
Capitalization with a trademark sign there is the best spy tech out there. Just in minutes, you could have their bank details or maybe more. Buy now, half price.
I'm a bit worried about that gadget.
Yes.
Jack from Scotforth, a Mega Jacket 300, properly capitalized, is the most amazing jacket ever made. It can make you invisible until you take it off. You can sneak past anyone with it. Don't be the only one in one town without it. I think you need to have a look at your last sentence there, Jack, but you're on the right track.
James's Butcher 3000 sounds quite spectacular. Chops up people in seconds.
The stealth shoes 112 are the most quiet shoes in human history, or the quietest shoes in human history, Harrison? They are the latest version and come with special features like shoelaces that can detect danger. Good start there. I think you could carry that one on quite nicely. I like the idea of shoelaces. What do they do? Do they suddenly glow if there's danger? I like your opening sentence. The Viper 5000 is no more. I think you need to just change that a little bit, Bilal. The Viper 5000 is no more. Now it's the Viper 6000. It's equipped with guns, lasers, beams. It can fly. It has a stealth mode for the quiet missions. So don't be a loser. Get the Viper. No, you need to change that to 6000 because I don't want a Viper 5000 because it's yesterday's news. So you just got to be careful, everybody. You're getting carried away with your sentences and losing your punctuation.
Well, there's one from Poppy from Dell. I just love the name of this one, the Lip Gloss Taser 90,000. I like how kind of secretive it is that you just no one would ever know that you've got some lip gloss, but actually it's a deadly weapon. Well done, Poppy. I love that one.
You could tase them straight away. Yep. All right. That's really good. I like all of those. Yeah. Just be careful when you're getting carried away with this stuff because it's fun to write, and it's quite easy to get your ideas flowing. You've got to keep control of your punctuation because it's it's easy to lose the plot and just carry on with your ideas. And so that's where rereading and maybe using a reading partner to read it as well can help. So let's have a quick look at the gallery. Last week's we were looking at doing portraits of old people. I like this one, Farrier from Bolton Parish. That's a really good picture of an old not a portrait as such, but just a picture of them walking. And I really like the way you've got them stooped over. There's some get well cards for Pi from William from Dell, and there's some great. We don't know who this one's from. So I think it's somebody from Dell, but that's a really good old person who looks as though they've got a bad case of measles. But there's some super. I love the black tooth and the wrinkles round the lips and the wrinkles on the cheeks and the really bushy eyebrows. That's a great picture. Shame we don't know who drew that one. Maybe your teacher can let us know. And Millie from Dell is another good one. So is Amber's. And this one, Esther from Dell, that's another good one. They've all got spots. Is there a measles epidemic going on down at Dell Primary at the moment, I wonder? But very good. And we've got some Bolton Parish ones as well. Plus, as I said, get well soon from Jessie at Dell and Millie at Dell, and one or two others. Get well soon from Jack at Dell as well. So we'll pass all those on to Pi. So he knows that you're all thinking about him, and hopefully he'll be back with us next week. We shall see. So we'll go back to the Padlet and look at today's blog challenge. So no surprise here. We're going to be writing a persuasive advert for a gadget. Have we got Pi reading the text, David?
We have, yes. I'll just play this now. One thing, just looking at that, John, is it's a good guide for even setting something out as well with the bullet points and the spacing. But Pi may well mention that, but here we go.
And here's the blogging challenge. The idea is to write an extended advert for your invented spy gadget. This is my one. Buy now, multifunction mobile phone. Are you about to embark on your first mission as a spy? If so, you will need the multifunction mobile phone. Don't be the only spy on the block left wondering how to phone home. The multifunction mobile phone is the ideal phone for all spies. It boasts a host of amazing features. Have worldwide access so that you can always be in contact with those back home. Make untraceable calls. Be certain that you cannot be hacked into. Made of titanium steel so that it works underwater and in space. This ideal mobile phone has the added bonus of a hidden tranquilizer dart that can be fired through the aerial, guaranteed to leave your enemies stunned, though with no serious after effects. Perhaps the most essential reason for purchasing this must-have phone is that it can only be used by the owner. Access is made by modern fingerprint recognition. This phone is recommended by ET. Comes complete with charger and free leather case. Order now from spygadgets.com.
Okay, so that's by reading the text. So if you think about the number of adverts you see in your everyday lives, so you see them on posters around you, on television, on streaming services, and so on the internet, think about the language that they use. And what you need to do with this piece of writing is make sure it's well organized. So Pi has used bullet points for the different features here. So have worldwide access, so you can always be in contact with those back home, make untraceable calls, be certain that you cannot be hacked into. He's organized that with bullet points, so it's set out clearly on the page. So we've got, starts off with the rhetorical question. You can have a series of rhetorical questions if you wanted to. And then it's got the answer to the rhetorical question. If so, you will need the multifunction mobile phone. Your gadget names are way better than Pi's, I have to say. Don't forget it though, capitalize that product name. And then we've got added bonuses. We've got reasons for purchasing, why you need to buy this thing. Who recommends? This phone is recommended by ET. Could be recommended by James Bond. Could be recommended by who's the spy in the children's spy book? David, can you remember?
Oh, no, that will come to me probably right after.
Sorry, I was grasping for it. And I couldn't remember it. And
Jack, is it Jack? Oh, Jack somebody, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember. The kids will know. Doing it. Comes complete with charger and free leather case. Order now from spygadgets.com. Where can you buy this spy gadget? So that is your blog challenge for this week. Write an advert for your chosen spy gadget. Have a look back through the Padlets for product names, features, and ideas. There's loads on there. And we will see you next week for Teaching Live. But important reminder, Teaching Live next week is on Monday, not Tuesday. Now, this was because originally when we set the dates, Pi wasn't able to do the Tuesday. We thought about it, but we thought we best keep the advertised date. So we will be doing Teaching Live at 9:30, the normal time on Monday, not the Tuesday. Okay, so we will be with you next Monday for the very last Teaching Live of the season, all ready for the Easter holidays. So we'll see you next time. Bye from me.
We hope Spy Corbett might be with us next week, John. But yeah, well done, everybody.
That's his new name, Spy Corbett. I'm sure he'd quite like that, actually. And yeah, we'll hope he's with us for next time. We'll see you next week.
See you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.